Welcome everybody to Information Lounge. Glad that you guys are coming in. And today we're going to have a 6-part series. We're going to start with part 1 today. All right. This is 6 websites to research local, national, and international threats. All right. Just real briefly, as everybody knows, everybody's being allowed to be more freer in their travels and go outside. And with that, because of people being kind of pinned up inside and not really having place to go, there's been a lot of criminal activity going on involving assaults, attacks of different sorts, different crimes. If you been watching the news, you'll know what I'm talking about. And so I thought this would be something that you guys can use. This is normally on one of my other channels where I do self-protection, self-defense type videos, but I thought it would be needed to share here. And if you're interested in any further learnings about how to protect yourself, then I will let you know at the end of this presentation on Information Lounge. All right. So these are 6 websites that you'll be able to kind of research. You can reuse one website or you can use all 6. Whether you're at home and not planning to travel, whether you plan on traveling, you might be going on a weekend getaway, you might be going on a vacation in the state you're in, somewhere else in another location in the state, outside of the state, or maybe overseas, all right, or in another state somewhere, if I didn't already say that. All right, so you might be going on a vacation, a weekend getaway, a business trip that you might need to make. And what you want to do is definitely research using these websites to help you out to determine what types of threats you might face. All right. So with that being said, I already did this video, but I thought I'd go live and show you this video. And we're just going to do part 1 today. We're going to do all 6 parts once a week. And with that being said, welcome to Information Lounge. Let's get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Information Lounge. And today, like I said, what we have is 6 websites that you guys will be able to see how it works, how it operates. And we're going to go 6 websites once a week. So today we're going to go with the first. This is part 1 of the series. This will be the first website. I got the video queued up. Like I said, instead of doing it over again, I just already did this video. So I haven't done it here on How To University. And I think this would be something that you guys will be interested in. Again, if you go traveling, wherever you plan on traveling, or even if you're not, you still can use these websites and research even the area that you live in. All right. So with that being said, here is part 1. And there might be times when I'll stop and comment on some things. If you have any questions or comments that I can respond to, I'll stop the video and respond to them at that time. All right. So here it is, part 1 of the video series. And here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're not going to waste any more time. Feel free to participate at any time. And we're going to get started, all right? So first off, we're going to, again, go through 6 websites. And the first website you guys want to look at is, it doesn't have to be in this order, but I'm just doing it in this order. So the first website we're going to take a look at is homefacts.com. All right. Homefacts.com. And some of you guys might be familiar with some of these websites or all of the websites or you might not be familiar with any of them. All right. So let's go on and take a look at homefacts.com. All right. Let's take a look. Let's get it pulled up here. Here we go. And as always, when you go live every now and then, there we go. Sometimes we have technical difficulties, but it's still all good. All right, so there we have it. It's homefacts.com. And with this website, and I'm going to pull it in full view right here. All right. So with this website, you can enter a city, a zip code, county, state, or address. All right. And then you look here on the top, you have some little things here. So you can kind of start in different ways. You can start by entering a city, zip code, county, state, or address, or you can just scroll down. Well, you can't scroll down on this page in particular. You can search by state, and let me see, research neighborhoods. So I would look at, you can research by the states just by scrolling down, or you can go ahead and put whatever information in right here, or you can start on the top and go straight to crime stats. And let me see here. It'll probably ask you when you go to crime stats, it probably will ask you for some information. Let me see here. I guess this might be giving you some crime information for the United States. All right. Total crime, 16.3 million. It's looking at 2018 stats. Let me see. They're giving you, might be 2019. So as far as they go up to is 2019. You just kind of scroll down here a little bit. We'll get into the local right here, but this is kind of giving you an overview of a national look. All right. Violent crime totals. We got murders, forcible rape, robberies, aggravated assault, property crime totals. And then there's the property crimes of burglary, larceny, motor vehicle theft. All right. Let's see if there's anything else they're going to give you here, as this looks like it's cycling through. Maybe it'll get itself together. We'll come back to that. Crime trends. All right. It goes up to 2019. So you can't do 2021, I guess, because you're in the year has just started. So you can't do anything with that. And then, of course, you can search crime statistics by state. Gives you all the states. And we'll pick a state here in a little bit. And that's what you have on that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the main page real quick. All right. Go there. And let's see here. We could add a zip code or city. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add Miami. Since Miami was in the news recently, I am going to go ahead and type in Miami as the city. All right. So we'll start with that. Type in Miami, hit the little search magnifying glass, and let's see what we got. All right. So here we are with Miami, and it's going to start off giving you some statistics. I think Miami is located in Miami-Dade County, Florida. The population is 413,864, making Miami the largest city in Miami-Dade County and the second largest city in the state of Florida. All right. So as I X some of these little ads out of the way, as we scroll down, you see different statistics here. You got schools, crime rate, which is really what we're interested in. Also registered offenders. We're also interested in that. Environmental hazards. All right. The unemployment. You can look at that and maybe gain something from that. But I'm going to take a look at the crime rate, registered offenders, and environmental hazards. All right. So you can click on those, and I'm sure it'll bring you to that information, or you can scroll down, and then you have this little menu here, and you can click on that. Let's see if we just scroll down a little bit more. And then you have the crime, the registered offenders, as you guys can see there. Now, I don't know how frequently they update all this stuff, but it might be something you guys can email the website, the people, the contact information, and ask them how frequently they update their information here. All right. And so that's what they have. Let me scroll down a little bit more. Property report overview. That's just dealing with housing. And so you're not really looking into that much unless you want to look for some houses. Environmental hazards. All right. This is also important too, as doing your threat assessments. It could be important to you. Air quality, radon, UV index. All right. So that's in your environmental. And let's see, natural disasters, what they're probably prone to having. Hurricanes, definitely. They're saying that's pretty high on the list. All right, your tornadoes. Well, that's I don't know if this is. Let's just say that's super high over here, this red area, and then tornadoes is high for Miami. Also, them getting hail, that's pretty high. So that's also some possible things you could face. And on the very low end, they possibly can get earthquakes too. Low risk for earthquakes, high risk, which I think the red stands for hurricanes. They're in the high for tornadoes and high risk for hail. All right. Let's see here. We'll go to something else real quick. Another stat, just scrolling down so you guys can get a feel for it. And again, it's homefacts.com. All right. And I guess you can type in or click on any of these zip codes that I guess are related to the Miami-Dade area and even get more detailed into a specific area here. So let's go back up and scroll and just take a look. Let's see if it'll pull up or come up. Their crime. Okay. So they had 2 former drug labs, and then you can click on that for more information. All right, about those former drug labs. All right, the crime. I think this is what was cycling through. They don't have any information here. The crime index will view more information about. They'll click that here in a second. I'm just curious to see what pops up. All right, again, like I told y'all, you can look at the registered offenders. All right. And yeah, so there you go. Again, like I said, you can click on these. I guess it'll bring you to the same info, or you can scroll down, or you can take a look at the menu here and click on something that appeals to you. So for this site, you can look up crime rates, crime stats, environmental hazards, registered offenders, natural disasters. All right. So this pretty much those particular threats, you guys can look that up and it will help you out on that front. All right. All right, let's take a look. I said I wanted to go down and take a look at the crime. Let's see what they give you anyway, real quick. All right, here we go. Let's see. And this is from 2019, by the way. So you look at that at least 2 years back. And you can probably tell from now, between 2019 and now, if this has increased, because I'm sure you watch the news and stuff like that. But here's some statistics, all right? And like I said, this is probably from 2019 statistics. Violent crimes were 46%. Looks like it was up. Their murders were up 78%. They said their forcible rapes are 100% back in 2019. Robberies up almost close to 100%. The aggravated assaults The only thing that seems to be a little low, or the lowest percentage, are their burglaries. All right. So this is just giving you an idea if you're going to be in the Miami area. All right, real quick, before I play it again, when you look up these stats, and for whatever year, I don't know if they've been updated since then. Like I said, I did this video probably earlier this year, and so I might end up saying it in the video, but just to say it again in case I repeat it anyway. But what you want to do is it's showing you these stats of the different types of crimes that occurred and their rates. You know, that's pretty high on a lot of these crimes. And so if you was visiting Miami, that Miami area, Miami-Dade, you would do this research here. Go to this website here. Again, that's homefacts.com. That's one of 6 websites we're going to look at in the next 6 weeks. You know, next week is another one, and so on and so forth. But you want to go to this website. Whatever city you're going to, you might be wanting to go visit family, or, like I said, a weekend getaway or a business trip. Say, hey, let me go on Home Facts real quick and type in Miami-Dade. Or if it has a zip code, or you know the zip code, you might be able to type in the zip code as well, and it'll pull up that information for that area. And again, like I said, you can scroll down, or you can look at the different tabs or the menus and click on it, whichever one you want to look at, just to get an idea and a feel for the types of things that it might be going on in the area that you're going to. And then you will look at the little, the stats here, or whatever else you're looking at, the environmental information, if you want to look at that. And you determine, okay, they're saying robberies or burglaries are pretty high. Then you sit down and either just think it through, or you can write it out however you feel comfortable with. You can even rehearse some things and figure out what can you do to lessen that particular thing to happen to you. If it's robberies, what can you do to lessen a robbery from happening to you specifically? You got burglaries here. I can think they got violent crimes, robberies, murders, property crimes, larcenies, vehicle thefts. You go into a hotel, what can you do to lessen the likelihood of somebody taking your vehicle? And the vehicle, let me see, vehicle thefts might be specific. The larceny thefts might include, or the property crimes might include breaking into your vehicle, not stealing the vehicle itself, but breaking into it and taking what's inside of it. So what can you do to lessen that from happening? Of course, don't put anything in view for somebody to walk by and take a look in your car and say, oh, there's a purse right there. Let me smash the window. All right. Put that in your trunk or take it with you. You want to keep the inside looking clean. So when somebody walks by, they're checking your car out. They're looking at the car next to it. They might look to a few cars down in the parking lot and be like, well, they ain't got nothing in their car. Let me go to the next one. All right. So that's how you use this website to figure out what types of threats you might possibly face. All right. So let me go ahead and play the rest of this and go back to the play. And again, I might say the same thing again on the video. This is something to consider. All right. High risk of everything in red is high risk. Anything in yellow is moderate risk. Everything in green is low risk. Even a low risk, you still need to plan for, possibilities, even if it's a low risk. All right. So what they're saying is that all your high risk type of crimes are the violent crimes that don't involve being murdered, but really severe. The murders are higher, but it's all high risk. You got the forcible rape is 100%, robberies, aggravated assault, property crimes. The only thing that's moderate risk is the burglaries. So that's something you would still have to plan for if you staying somewhere. You're living in an Airbnb while you're out in Miami on vacation, just assuming this is where you wanted to go. You need to make plans for those potential threats and try to make them come as less as possible. All right. And then you have some further stats down here. Violent crime in Miami, 593. The Florida's total is 378. and the national total is 367. So during this time in 2019, their Florida total of violent crimes was higher than the national. And then the within the city, comparing to the state, the whole state as a whole, and the national, the city is even higher than that. All right. So you have the murders in Miami compared to the state as a whole, more murders in that city than comparing with the state. Let me see some here. So it says crime comparison for Miami, Florida's per 100,000 people. All right. So this is what we have here. This is another breakdown. All right. And you can compare, like I said, if this was a city you were going to, like I said, I noticed there was a situation going on this weekend over there in Miami, people not wanting to not be cautious with the coronavirus situation. So yeah, let me go back real quick here and just look at the environmental again, just to see. Oh no, I think I remember hurricanes, tornadoes. There was a couple of others. I forget what it is. Let me see if we can find it real quick here. All right. Environmental, get the air quality. The natural disasters is what I was talking about. Earthquakes, they're low risk for earthquakes, but there's always still a possibility. So that would be something you have to plan for. Depending on what month of the year you're in there, you might have to deal with hail, tornadoes. I'll say hail could be like a summer, springish, maybe fall type of disaster. Tornadoes can happen in the fall. It can happen in the spring, happen in the summer. I don't know if I think there has been some in the winter, but not a lot. And of course, the summers and your falls, maybe your spring sometime, you hurricanes. So super high risk for hurricanes in Miami, tornadoes and hail as well. But even if a risk is 3%, or you consider it between 1% and 3%, it's still a risk, and you should plan for it. All right. So that is homefacts.com. All right. And hopefully this will help you. What I was going into to help you be able to do your research. But we're not going to stay just at this site. We're going to take another look at another site that should be able to help you, and you can compare notes. All right. You'll be able to compare notes with that. And so